Hi everybody, it's Noelia with My Moxie Dreams. Thanks for joining me today for this September setup in my Gillio Gold Personal Wide Planner. As many of you know, I have all Franklin Covey compact inserts inside my Personal Wide Planner because I love the size of the 4.25 by 6.75 insert, and so that particular insert is a Franklin Covey compact. Not all of my inserts are from Franklin Covey. A lot of them I create on my own, or I have shopped from a couple of sites that I absolutely love, and I will share that as we put this September setup together. I have missed all of you, and I want to thank you all for your patience in just allowing me time away to enjoy the summer with my family and not have to create content every single week. I think what people don't realize is that the content is so much fun to create, but the process of putting it out there is a lot of work. You have to edit, and sometimes editing takes a long time. I am trying to be more efficient with my time and hopefully get these planner videos shrunken down so that I'm not spending so much time editing and I actually enjoy the process again. But I want to thank you for giving me that time away to enjoy the summer with my kids. We had so much fun kayaking and doing little mini trips around the Bay Area and in Tahoe, and we just had such a blast, and I feel so rejuvenated and I feel amazing. So I just want to send you so much love and so much gratitude for giving me that time away. I really appreciate everybody's comments and understanding, both on Instagram and YouTube. I appreciate every single one of you, and I just feel so at home sitting here chatting with you again, and I look forward to engaging with you on the comment section. Okay, so let's just kind of jump in, shall we? You'll notice that I stepped away from my blue Croco and jumped back into this beautiful gold, kind of autumn inspired, my Gillio Gold. I love this planner. When I first got it, was treating it with baby gloves. And what I realized with my blue Croco is I wasn't treating the blue Croco as much because it has texture and you can't really see all the imperfections or flaws should you create them. Here in the gold, you can tell the imperfections if you scratch it, if there's little stain marks. But I'm getting to the point where I want to use my planners. They're not these museum artwork. They're beautiful. I love them. Gillio does a fantastic job. I love smelling my planner. She's gorgeous, but I'm okay with the fact that she's going to get scuffed. She's going to get markings, and I'm going to use her like I was using my blue Croco. I brought that blue Croco with me everywhere, and I wasn't scared to use her. So that's where I'm at. My planners are meant to be used. I've never babied a planner quite like I've babied this one. Hey everybody, this is Editing Noelia, and as I was editing this video, I noticed all the spots on the front of my planner, and I couldn't help but giggle. It's great to use your planners, and it's also great to take good care of them, but don't be so crazy about it that you don't actually use your planner. My Franklin Covey Aurora, I've never babied a planner, and so I'm not gonna baby this one anymore. She's gonna be living her best life with me all the time. All right, so we're gonna dig in. This is setting up my planner for September. Again, I moved out of the blue Croco into my Gillio Gold Personal Wide. So as you can see, I have some new decorations for the interior of my planner. I really love the black contrast against this beautiful gold Gillio. And so what I did was I have been really practicing in the last few months that I haven't been doing planner videos. I have been learning leaps and bounds on my silhouette. And so what I did is I created this decorative edging that I absolutely think is gorgeous. I have a little piece here to kind of just highlight the photos. I have some ollie clip dots. You guys know I use my colorful page flags all the time. I have another ollie clip in black metallic. I did a frame, and then I have this original artwork that I purchased years ago from Beloved Society. It's a 5x7 and it sits on my nightstand. And what I did is I photocopied it to a smaller size so that I could laminate it and then add it to my planner. So this is Beloved Society. Again, I purchased a 5x7 from her several years ago, and I just took that, photocopied it for my personal use, shrinked it so that I could have it highlighted in my planner. This is kind of the decorative, and then back here you'll see I've always had Posh Pieces. This is a multimedia artwork that she did for me years ago, back in 2017-18, when I was doing PR for her, and she sent me this, and it's always been at the back of my planner so that you can kind of see it in my planner. And what I decided is I really wanted it to pop against the black edging that I created on my silhouette, and so now it's kind of right up front, right behind the dashboard, right before the monthlies, so that when I open it, you see that kind of pop of the black and white, and it kind of really highlights what I'm going for. So I actually love this for September. Okay, so I love this girl. I'm never gonna take her out. She's my favorite. Again, Posh Pieces. It's just beautiful. I have my Franklin Covey, Her Point of View monthly inserts. I love these. I've loved them for years. Unfortunately, they have changed the aesthetic of this for 2022. All of these are now white, and they have a color, very pale color font. So I did order it just to see what it would look like. I may use it for the finance portion for 2022. I have a whole other video that will be coming on what I ordered for 2022 and how my planner will be set up for 2022. I love this particular monthlies because of the gradient color. I just love it. I've loved it every single year, and am saddened that Franklin Covey has changed the aesthetic of this. For September, we're just going to move my monthly dashboard into September, and that is perfectly fine. I'm taking vacation that first week of September because I've hit my vacation max, and if I don't take it, I stop accruing vacation. That is how workaholic I am, is that I have accrued so much vacation that they're forcing me to take it. But it's a good thing. I plan on hopefully rearranging the garage. Okay, so we have our September inserts here. Again, I like to keep the full year in here because I like to reference back on appointments or whatnot. So there's our September monthly. We'll just flip to the end of the year, to December. Here is a perpetual calendar from Hey Planner Girl. I actually printed this by accident on the wrong paper. This is super thin paper. It's just regular copy paper. I'm going to reprint this for 2022 on a cardstock, kind of a thicker, maybe 32-pound paper, because it's just, I want to be able to feel it in my planner, and this gets lost in the mix. But this is the perpetual calendar. It has people's birthdays, important dates, and then I just did the back, printed beautiful neutral florals on the back. Okay, and then you have the weeklies. Here are my weeklies. Let's go into my handy dandy insert organizer that I created. There's a video on this already on what's in here and why I created it. So I'm going to go to weeklies and just pull out the stuff I've already printed for September. And here is my September weeklies. So here's August 30th through September 5th. So we'll put our weekly in there. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do a plan with me for this particular week. I might, if I'm in the mood. I've done 2 videos so far today. One explaining my divider box, organized insert box, and then this September setup. So we'll see. So these are the inserts that I create. They are in my Etsy shop for September. There is the acetate with the sticker from Paper Panda. So one of the first things you'll probably notice is in my divider section, I now have 6. And I'm trying this out. Before I've always had 4: to-dos, goals, budget, and family. And then I fell in love with the tracker from Hey Planner Girl. So then I created 5 tabs and has my trackers. And I always kind of had a bookmark that took me to my notes immediately. When I learned how to make my own dividers on Silhouette, I decided to make a 6 tab for my notes. So there's not a bookmark up top anymore. I can just go to my notes as my first tab. In the past, I would have a little plastic, it's very flimsy, floppy plastic that had Post-its on it. And what I decided to do instead is this has the 2 Post-its that I use the most up against the divider. And then I just have a bunch of note paper, different kinds of note paper. I have florals. This one has more black florals in it right now because of the black, but there seems to be like a beautiful floral on the back. Then we have my trackers. So let's go in here. I have August tracker, July. I'm gonna pull July's out. I like to keep the previous month. So we'll go into my trackers here and pull out September. So there's September's tracker now in. This is the only tracker that I purchased. And again, it's Hey Planner Girl. All of these I create myself. These are orders, watching. Have a second watching because I was going to update it. I have this one, which is my wine allocation through work. I get $1,200 a year. And then when I use it, I just take out how much I've used so that I know what my balance is. This is just where I track the deposits from Poshmark into my account. Then I have my Etsy deposits and when they post. And then I have my side gig, I have Amazon, and then I have my Google AdSense for my YouTube channel. Then we go into to-dos. I have different to-dos. It just depends on how I want to do it that month. So in here, I have a couple of stop procrastinatings and I have my divider inbox. So I think I'm gonna put this inbox up front. So whatever is outstanding in these 2 will get merged into this one again. So that's what I will do. There's already an insert, blank insert there. Then we go into my goals category. And this is just an insert I created on Canva for vellum, just to have florals to kind of frame that self-love. This is from Tool and Twine Co. This is a 2-year at a glance from Franklin Covey. It comes in their little thing. So let's go into my Daiso dots and grab my tweezers and we'll put a little dot on August because it's already done. August is done. I can't believe we're freaking in September, people. Can you believe this? This is ridiculous. In under goals, I have my fitness planner, social media, and Poshmark. This is something I'm gonna have to rethink because I haven't been working out. I think, look at, this is all my workouts. This insert is from Plan to Create. It's her year at a glance. I absolutely love it. I'm gonna be using it in different ways for 2022. I freaking love this insert. She's amazing and I just adore her. And so this is my workouts. I will be doing a wellness update on where I'm at on my wellness and what happened and why I stopped. And I'll share that in a different video. But this is where I keep track of what I'm gaining or losing and keeping track of my workouts. So there's nothing I need to do here. It is a year at a glance, so this is fine. I have my daily routine, which I adhere to. I have a picture of me 60 pounds lighter than what I am now, and I have her in here because A, this is my favorite photo of myself. B, this is the happiest I've ever been. I was single and super happy. Then we have another beautiful vellum. Again, Tool and Twine Co. Canva insert that I created, and then there's my social media tab. So again, it is another Plan to Create annual, the year at a glance. This is where I keep track of when I post on Instagram, and the back is showing when I post on YouTube. So you'll see the last time I posted a planner video was on the 1st of July. And I just recently posted on the 18th, but it was a little garden video. it wasn't a planner video. So this is where I keep track. I have my wellness uploads, which I haven't been doing, but we'll start again. This is my social media growth tracker to kind of show how much I grew in the small time that I started the YouTube channel back up in September. I stopped caring about the growth because I was finding that it was hurting me mentally. I suffer really, really badly with social anxiety and anxiety. I already have social anxiety where if I enter a room, I feel like I'm going to be criticized and evaluated. And then I was putting so much pressure on myself to put out content and feeling as though I wasn't succeeding or people weren't receptive to what I was putting out there. And it was starting to become soul crushing. And I'm just like, what am I doing? This isn't something that I love, is now turned into something that brings me super, super anxiety. And I just had to take a break. And that was part of the reason why I took the summer off, to kind of regroup. So there'll be another video about that later. This is my Poshmark. I had a calendar in here, and I'm closing my Poshmark closet because I've reached my goal of paying off all my debt. I am debt free now. And so I'm really not hustling to sell a lot of stuff on Poshmark like I used to. Oddly enough, this month I sold a lot of pieces on there because I have them at drop dead prices. And so people are like picking things up because of that. So I'm still selling things, but not trying to sell things. I eventually will probably close out the closet and have a huge garage sale and sell everything that I have left in inventory. But as of today, I am debt free, and this mode of helping me become debt free was phenomenal. Now, whether I decide to keep it and use that money as spending money or use that money towards savings for my farm, I may continue to do that. Who knows? But as of right now, I'm not keeping track of sales because I haven't been actively trying to sell. So I'm not going to add a calendar here, I don't think. Let me see. Do I have a calendar? Let's do monthlies. I think I do have a monthly for here. We'll put it in here for September because this is what I'm using for September from my monthlies. Let's go to budget. I have my bi-weekly grocery budget in here. She's fine because I'm still in this particular, I get paid on September 3rd. So I might put a new one in here just on the back so that for the new payroll. And then we have my bills. This is August 20th, so I need 2 paychecks. How many paychecks do I get in September? Let's look. Just 2. So we're going to get our paycheck inserts 1 and 2. And we'll put it right in front of September so that I know. Daily banking is my little inserts. There's 1 in here, so we might do another check register, another couple. I like having a couple of check registers in there just so that I don't run out. So daily banking is there. August is done, so I'm going to pull August out. And we're going to get, we have September here ready to go. And we need October because I like to have 2 or 3 months in here. So I'm going to go to monthly again and get October's out. Now you'll notice in September, you already have all my bills here. And these are reoccurring bills, right? Like this is my home, Hulu, cell phone, PG&E, the kids' braces. Like these are all little bills that aren't necessarily debt. They're just reoccurring bills. So I have to do that for October, but I'm not going to do it on camera. So there is October. Then we go into the family tab. There's photos of my family that I absolutely love. They make me happy. So the home tab had the cleaning list, and I can't remember who I bought this from. I'll probably leave a link down below. I haven't been using it. And to be frank, I think I'm going to hire a housekeeper to come once a week because I am super slammed with work. My job is very crazy and I keep my house tidy. Don't get me wrong. My OCD requires it, but I hate to mop and sweep. So I think I'm gonna, now that I'm debt free, I think I'm going to allow myself a budget for a housekeeper. So we'll see if I end up using this for September. I doubt I will, but I still will have to create something to keep track of what I clean. So I have not printed one for September because I knew I wasn't using it for August and I needed to create something that will work for me. What I tend to find is if I'm not using an insert, there's a reason why. Either it's too complicated, I'm not paying attention to tracking. And so if an insert isn't working for you, you need to adjust. There's a reason why it's not working. Either it's not easy to track, it's something that you're really not paying attention to track, whatever it is. So for me, I knew that my house is clean. Do I really need to check mark that I made my bed every day? That's the first thing I do when I get out of bed is I make my bed. I think I have to rework this. I love it, but I have to rework it. And so we'll see what I come up with or what I find on Etsy and I'll let you guys know. So for now, I'm not putting an insert in the home. Under doctors, as many of you know, I do an annual doctor checklist. I have one for myself, one for the cat, one for Bella, and Jaden is on the back. And then it goes into personal doctor information and so on and so forth. So I'm not going to do that. Under kids, I have all my kids' school information, their counselors, IDs, everything important there. Under meals, I think I've shown this to you guys in the past. I have these knock notepads that is a pantry inventory. And what I do is every week I inventory my pantry and my refrigerator, and then I create meals from that. Again, this month, August has been bonkers. A, because we've been doing little mini trips and going out. B, because I have been so slammed with work this month that I haven't been tracking. So here you have the month of August. This is where I log what I actually make on a specific day. So the way that it should look is if I made enchiladas here, it would say enchiladas. If I ordered DoorDash, it would say DoorDash. If I made chicken and rice here, it would say, and that way when I'm planning the meal for the next week, I can be like, oh, I don't want to make enchiladas again. I made them last week. One of my biggest spending areas is food because I get lazy and I'm not prepared and I decide to order out. And I was spending so much money. The other added caveat in this little situation was my refrigerator was dying on me and I could not keep anything in the freezer. It would either, if I had things in the freezer would defrost all of a sudden and everything would go bad because I would have no idea that it had defrosted. And then the refrigerator side was freezing and it would ruin all my fruits and vegetables and things. My eggs would be completely frozen solid. Like it was a nightmare. So I finally gave in last month and purchased a new refrigerator, and it is like the most amazing thing ever. Sometimes you don't realize how bad something is until you've got rid of it. I could say that about my last relationship. It's the same thing. You don't know how bad something is and how bad things are until you get something new and you're like, oh my God, I tolerated this refrigerator being a nut job for a year because I just didn't want to pull the trigger and buy a new refrigerator, but I did and I love it. And now I can store things in my freezer and prep and do all that. So I'm praying that in September, I'm going to actually adhere to this because I don't like spending money. We'll take one of these out for September. I'll put in the numbers. I'll take this one out because clearly I wasn't using it. And I will be doing a new inventory because this is on a date of August 8th. I need to do the inventory for today, Sunday the 29th, so that I can do my meal plans. There's some meal ideas. Here is a quarterly insert that has what we were trying to do for family trips, so like Lake Tahoe and stuff like that. Here's a new insert that I did, and this is my kayak bucket list, and it's got places that I want to go or that I've been. For instance, I've been to Tamales Bay already, Napa River. We went to Tahoe, North Lake Tahoe, not south. There's just places that I want to go kayak with the kids, and this kind of shows places in California, Arizona, Nevada, Utah, Oregon, Texas, Hawaii, places I want to go. And then you have blank states or blank locations on where I want to go kayaking. So sometimes what I do is I have books that I research, or places that when I'm on YouTube and I'm watching people do amazing kayaking adventures, they mention rivers in Texas or rivers in Hawaii or wherever that are amazing places to go and kayak. I then write those down as places that I want to go and kayak with the kids, because we absolutely adore kayaking. And now that my shoulder is healed, pretty much it is just a pastime that I enjoy. I love being on the river. I love just nature and calm and amazingness. So that is the kayak area, or my inserts there. Then we go to my garden, and you'll see that I took some note pages and I was writing some of the flowers that I'm getting for next year. I built more garden beds in my garden this summer, and so I am going to get it filled with compost, and I'm excited for next year's garden because I'm gonna have a cut flower garden as well as my vegetable garden. My vegetable garden, I have the box, a layout to remind me. This is so handy because I had placed little markers out in the box of what I planted where, and I kind of remember, but sometimes I forget. I'm like, what is this? What tomatoes am I growing here? And they're like, oh wow, this is my rainbows that are just doing phenomenal. Or I forget. Like the green vernie, I thought the green vernie was full tomatoes. They're actually small plum-sized cherry tomatoes. So these will be planted in a different location next year where my cherry tomatoes were planted. So this has become so helpful for me this year. I'm glad I did it. I'll do it again next year. Again, I have more boxes. This has been really important because I know what I planted from seed and all of that. Okay, and then there's just planner helpful hints, Franklin Covey stuff back here. And on the very back, I have my daily, weekly, monthly. I've shown this before. And then I have my YouTube, Etsy, and Poshmark little tabs to reminders. I have Post-its. I have notes that I created on my silhouette so that I can just quickly grab one of these if I'm giving somebody my phone number or whatnot. On the back, I have a little plastic with all kinds of stickers from Hey Planner Girl and the stickers that I create, and just a bunch of Daiso stickers. So that is that. So I think we're set for September. Let's just do a quick flip through. You have my decor. You have the monthly going into September. You have the weeklies for September. Notes, plenty of. We have September's tracker. We have a new to-dos for September. The goals, there's nothing really here for social media. It's just the annual. For Poshmark, we added September in here. Under budget, we added a new fresh bi-weekly. We have our daily banking sheets, which we have plenty of to track. We have our budget per paycheck, and then our bills due should go here in September. We have October on deck, ready to go. Family, we've left home blank, but meals, we've gone ahead and added September's month. And that, my friends, is September's setup. All very simple, very clean. Again, this black makes me happy against the white and the gold. It just makes me happy. I love it. So there is my September setup for 2021. I hope you enjoyed the simplicity of it. I am glad to be making a video today. I missed you guys. I hope that you have all been well during these summer months that I have been off. I'm glad to be back. I look forward to just chatting with you in the comments section. Let me know if you did anything fun over the summer, and I look forward to chatting with you all. Thanks for watching. Bye.